What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the 182 News YouTube channel. This is your host, poppincurbs, and I have created the most difficult question in the history of the world. Yep, I have 4 different columns of Blink and Sideband Land albums, and you have to choose one to listen to forever and ever and ever. It's a hypothetical, it's just for fun, but it's difficult. I posted this the other day on my Instagram. It got a ton of comments. I put a ton of thought into, categorizing these and trying to pick apart, okay, if you get untitled, what are you going to get down here? I tried to make it fair. I tried to make it even, but you have to pick one of these. And I thought it was worthy of doing a video and talking through this because it's super, super difficult. I had a lot of messages of folks like, oh my gosh, this is impossible. This is torture. Why did you do this to me? It's all in good fun, but I thought we should pull it up here on YouTube and talk through this. The way that I am envisioning this, we have the 4 different columns, up, down. This is not a mix and match. This is not where you pick one from each. It's not an S tier. These are just 4 different categories of albums. And in my mind, it is a hypothetical. You can say you're stranded on an island. You can come up with whatever scenario you want to. But in my mind, these are the only albums that will play for you for the rest of your life, and you have to make one decision. You have to pick A, B, C, or D, just one. And these albums, in my mind, they will play front to back forever. So you can't just choose A because you love Dude Ranch and you're just gonna listen to Dude Ranch the whole time. Nope, if you choose A, it will play every album, every track in order, on repeat, for the rest of your life. Choose wisely. Let's talk about it. So the way that I meticulously put these together, I did this on purpose, folks. I tried to make these as hard as humanly possible. And doing that, I had to kind of seed these almost like a tournament or something. But across the top here, I tried to pick what was most likely going to be folks' favorite Blink album of all time. And then I had to kind of mix and match some of the Sideband Land stuff. We've got Angels, we've got Boxcar, we've got shorter EPs. I tried to take into account, okay, you're getting half the songs, you're getting a sideband. That may sway your choice for the whole column. And then to make things a little bit even, I had to drop in Transplant's debut album. I know off the bat, some folks were asking about deluxe albums like California Deluxe, One More Time Part 2. I thought about putting those in there, but I didn't want people to assume that you got the OG songs of those releases and then essentially get a 2-for-1. It's just not fair. It's not fair in this hypothetical crazy question. So here are the columns that I came up with. Again, this is A, B, C, or D. You get one choice. You're not mix and matching. You're not picking one album to listen to and listen to that on repeat forever. If you pick A, you get every album in repeat for the rest of your life. It's just that simple. So in A, we have Dude Ranch. This was just torture right off the bat because I feel like for a lot of folks who pick Dude Ranch, 9 may not be their favorite album. I just did a video on 9 versus One More Time and everybody was yelling at me about it. But Dude Ranch, 9, Boxcar Racer, Simple Creatures, The Dreamwalker, and then the Transplants self-titled debut album. That's with Tim Armstrong, Skinhead Rob, and Travis Barker. Pretty dope album, to be honest. I dig that. So you've got a wide variety in column A. Column B, you get Enema, you get Buddha, Plus 44. This was so hard for so many people. The Mark, Tom, and Travis Show, Life Forms, and then Love One. Column C, TOYPAJ, California, just the OG tracks, not the deluxe. Neighborhoods, just the standard edition. Dogs Eating Dogs EP, I Empire, and Love Part 2. And then D, the last column here, you get Untitled, Cheshire Cat, We Don't Need to Whisper, EP2 from Simple Creatures, One More Time, and then Tom's demos he put out. So I feel like this is the hardest decision ever to make. I mean, if you're looking at these, I'm curious, drop your pick below. I know it's polarizing. It's all in good fun here, but I genuinely think it's hard for folks to make a decision on these just because of how I've kind of paired the different side bands. And it's always just fun for me to talk to different fans and see like, okay, some folks just love Angels and Airwaves, some hate it, some love Boxcar, they don't want the transplant. So it's really difficult to make a decision here. So drop your pick below and explain yourself. But I'm looking through these and I'm thinking, okay, love Dude Ranch, I love 9. And what makes this difficult for me is I love all these albums. So if you hate certain bands or certain eras, it may be a little bit easier for you, but I've also mixed and matched these intentionally to make it a little bit more difficult in those scenarios. But if you're looking at A, you get a wide variety. You get early Blink, you get Skiba era, you get the only Boxcar Racer album. So if that's your baby, if that's the one you love, you may be swayed there. You've got Simple Creatures. I love the Dreamwalker. I think that was an awesome era of Angels and Airwaves. And then you also get the transplants in there. So A is pretty damn solid to me. B, Enema, I mean, my God, I think a lot of folks, that would be their favorite Blink album. So right there, you get that. You get Buddha, which, you know, there's beauty in that, but it is a little bit rougher, earlier stuff. You've got the Plus 44 album. This was very difficult for me. I will say the Mark, Tom, and Travis show is almost a little bit of a cheat code. I didn't think about it too much when I put it together. But if you choose that one, you do get Carousel, you do get a little bit of Cheshire Cat, quite a bit of Dude Ranch. So it's almost like a 3-for-1 in there. Plus you get Man Overboard. Life Forms, awesome album from Angels and Airwaves. Love One, not my favorite album or era of that band, but pretty solid release. You get into C, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. I mean, the podcast logo, that's my favorite. California, can be polarizing. I love that album. And then you really get the whole reunion era right here. You get Neighborhoods and Dogs Eating Dogs. But Dogs is an EP, it's just a handful of songs. And then you get I Empire and Love Part 2. So you still get your heavy Angels and Airwaves input at the bottom. D, if you love Untitled, as many do, you might not be as stoked on the earlier Cheshire Cat album. You may not dig Tom's Demos, but you've got We Don't Need to Whisper. I mean, a lot of folks, that's the #1 Angels album. A lot of folks, Untitled is the #1 Blink album. One More Time rules. But then you got Tom's Demos, which, you know, they're demos. I mean, admittedly, in the title. So, I feel like this is really hard. When I answered this on Instagram the other day, I felt confident with C. I felt really, really confident with C. I really did. But my God, you're looking at these, it's like Dude Ranch, 9, Boxcar, Enema of the State, Plus 44, the Mark, Tom, and Travis show, cheat code in column B. I love Life Forms. C is really Angels heavy with I Empire and Love Part 2. I mean, I love I Empire. Love Part 2 didn't do as much for me, but when it comes to Angels and Airwaves, I Empire is up there for me. D, again, arguably the best Blink album by many standards. A lot of folks' #1 Angels and Airwaves album. One More Time, you get the new era. You truly have the oldest and newest in D. But you also have definitely the most emo. And if Angels isn't your thing or Tom's Demos don't do it for you, oh my gosh. I got to think about this just a tad. And as always on this channel, it's all for good fun. And it's just pretty much like my opinion, man. This is what we just do here on the YouTube channel. We just talk about the bands we love, and we engage with other friends. Let's see. It's also mind-boggling just how many albums and amazing albums these three dudes have. And then throwing Skiba in there and Transplants. I'm going with C. I'm keeping my answer of C because of Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, California. You've got the whole reunion era. You get Secret Crowds on I Empire. I'm going with C. I feel like I could be talked into A. I feel like I could be talked into B. I could probably be talked into D. But I got to go with my gut. My gut says C. Drop yours below. This is the hardest question in the history of the world. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Thanks for hanging out. Talk soon.